Hey guys, we're back with another video. So today we're going to be doing a story time
on the time that Kemi got kidnapped by the taxi driver. So basically what had happened was, so it was a regular night. We were literally getting ready to go out.
Was it a Friday?
Pre-drinking. It was a Friday. It was a Friday evening. We were getting ready to pre and everything. Like, we were going with some people, meeting up with some girls and stuff like that night. We got ready, pre-drank and everything. We went to go pre-drink at somebody's house.
So first we drank a bit at our house. It was me, you, and our other roommate. And so basically we pre-drank at our house. And then after that, we took a cab.
We're going in the pussy wagon. Yes.
So basically we went to the first place and it was dead. Like, the music was okay, but it was pretty dead. There wasn't that many people there. Because I guess nobody really goes there on like a Friday night.
Yeah, exactly.
So then was it the second place? We went to two places.
We basically went like club hopping that night, but the second place we went to here in the town where our school is, it was really lit. It was fun.
The second place?
Yeah, the second place, the one with the photo booth.
Oh yeah. So we went to the second place. The music was jumping. It was fun. I wasn't gyrating. I don't know where Nikki was and what she was doing, but I wasn't gyrating.
Yeah.
So anyways, the music was good there. It was fun. We bought drinks. We had a couple of drinks, had more shots. We were dancing. There was like this photo booth. It was cute.
It was really
we
cool.
took pictures there.
Yeah, but we kind of...
And then, so we were like, okay, whatever. This place, we're done. We're kind of bored with this place. So then
So the third place we went to was this place that's pretty popular here in the town that we live in and stuff. And like, it was cool. Like, usually, honestly, I've been to this place a couple of times with like my roommates from first year, and every time we've went, I've only had a select amount of time that I've had like a good time there. Like, it's either been like maybe once or twice or maybe 3 times, but like the times that I have went, it was so much fun. And like every time I bring this one there, it's a bad
okay, because I honestly, the one time that I went there, it sucks because like the music, like honestly, if I go out and the music is not popping, like I'm not gonna have a good time. Like, the music has to be jumping and like it has to be lit. Like, the music there, like I don't like techno. Nikki, she can tolerate it. I can't.
Yeah,
like,
I can tolerate it, especially if I have drinks in my system. Like,
yeah, no,
it's fine.
I need good music. So anyways, that place was super fun though. Like, that night it actually had really good music. Like, I was super surprised.
Yeah.
Anyways, after didn't we leave like after everybody?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So there was like, I don't know what was going on at that club that night, but for some reason, some of the girls that we were with just did not want to fuck with it. Like, they just left at a certain time. When it started to get like fun, they wanted to leave.
Obviously, the girls that we went with, they wanted to go home, and we hadn't even been there for like an hour yet. And like, we were still drinking and stuff and having fun and stuff. And I was having so much fun because the music was actually good that night. So I was like, yeah, party. I don't know why.
Yeah.
One wasn't feeling well. And then,
yeah, I remember. One said she had her period or something like that.
Yeah, so they went home. And then it was just me and Nikki.
We decided to stay at the club, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, we kept drinking. We were dancing, whatever. It was fun. We were getting drinks, whatever. And so then it was like, at this point, it was like 3 a.m. Was it? Or maybe like 2:30 because the club closed at like 2.
Well, it closes like 2, like almost 3. So it was like around, I would say like quarter to almost 3.
Yeah, to 3. So we went outside and there's already a whole bunch of taxis because all the taxis come like when the club closes or whatever. So basically it was me and Nikki. We got in one of the cabs. What was he?
Honestly, I don't remember what I feel like he was like some type of
Somalian or something.
Ethiopian, something along the lines of South African, I think.
Yeah, and so we got in the cab. Everything was fine, and like
it was fine. Like, we were
listening to music.
Yeah, normal ride. Like, We didn't even get any sketchy vibes or anything, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it was nothing like that, like, off the bat. And we've driven with this taxi service before. Like, we don't know, honestly, like.
So we were getting a little closer to our house, and I don't remember if it was me or you, but one of us left our wallets at home. So we only had a specific amount of cash. And when we go to the club, like, we don't like to bring, like, purses and wallets and stuff like that with us. So we just bring, like, the specific stuff that we need, like cards, IDs, and then money. So one of us left something, and then so we only had a specific amount. So we told the taxi driver, we're like, oh, can you stop us here? Which was just like a couple blocks away from our house.
Not even, it wasn't even blocks. It wasn't even blocks.
Yeah, it wasn't that far.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't.
So we basically were like, oh, you can let us out here. And he was like, no, it's okay. I'll take you all the way. And I knew like it would be an extra $5 to bring us right in front of our door. And even still, we don't even like when we take taxis and stuff, we don't like getting dropped off like right in front of our door. Just
because like, you know, for safety purposes.
People are weird.
Yeah, like. So
he insisted on taking us all the way
to the door.
And so we were like, okay. So then he took us all the way to the door, and then
literally, I forget, like, wasn't he was asking, like, we were about to pay. And
then, so then he was like, so we're about to pay, and then after I was like, let me run inside, because obviously what we thought was gonna happen, we
needed an extra $5
short. And so we're like, let us go inside, we're gonna grab the money or whatever. And he's just like, you pay, make sure you pay, and we're like, okay,
chill. Like, we were like, sir,
we're gonna pay.
We're paying. That's why we just told you that.
Like, relax. He got so hostile.
He was getting
literally
so angry.
0 to 100.
Yeah, real quick.
So he's like, you pay, and we're like, okay, we're gonna pay, pay.
Like, I guess, okay, one thing also, because we do live in basically a university site, like really town or whatever, it's like party central, so I guess like maybe he thought we were trying to like
he thought we were trying to run off on the tab.
Like, on the tab, basically.
He expected us not to pay, but like we had the money.
Yeah,
we just needed $5 more. So he's like, you pay, and then so Nikki went inside to go grab the rest of the money, and I was sitting in the car, and while I was in the car, he was literally yelling at me. He's like, you need to pay, you students, you don't know this, blah, 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 you guys have too much attitude.
Freaking out.
Yelling at me, and I was like, whoa, who do you think you're talking to? Like, first off, I said I was gonna pay, I'm going to pay, and you need to relax. He's like, no, you pay now, blah, 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 you pay now. And I'm like, she went inside to go and get the money, can you relax? And then after, I was like, honestly, you need to relax. He started yelling. He was like this close to my face yelling. And I was like, whoa, you need to calm down. And then I was like, honestly, forget this. I'm getting out of the car. He literally starts.
As soon as I walk out the door like, it was a house. Obviously, we lived in a house last year. So I literally went into the house, got my wallet. By the time I came out with my wallet, all I hear, like, the window's down on his side. And I can hear him, like, screaming and everything, just literally going ballistic, okay? And literally all I see is Kemi saying she's getting out of the car. She's trying to get out, and he's driving, speeding, and he was literally speeding.
The door was open.
Kemi's legs were outside the door.
Literally, the
half
door
her body was outside the door.
And I'm like, stop the car, stop the car. He's like, okay, you don't want to pay, let's go, we're going.
And he starts like, swerving the fucking taxi, like he's driving like a maniac.
When I say I was screaming, and the joke is, I did not have my phone. Nikki had my phone.
So I was freaking out because I'm like, shit, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm literally trying to call, like, I don't even know who the fuck I tried to call, to be honest. We were probably a little bit drunk. But I did call the police. I did call the police that night. But the initial, like, when it happened, I was literally shaking. I didn't know what to do. My phone was in my hand. I was like, what the fuck's going on? You never see this type of shit, like, anywhere. So I was like, whoa.
So she's freaking out back at home, and I'm in a taxi. Literally. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? Are you stupid? Oh my God, stop the car, stop the car. He's like, no, you want to be crazy? I can be crazy too. Stop the car.
And I'm trying to chase after this fucking taxi. And because we lived in like a circle, I could hear her screaming and like the taxi swerving. You know, like when the tires are like on the...
It was winter.
Yeah, it was winter, by the way. So you can imagine, like, you could hear sliding and like... It was just so annoying.
Meanwhile, she's back at home, and I'm in the taxi, and I'm like, stop the car, stop the car. And I was starting to get mad at this point because, like, he was literally this close to my face yelling. So, like, you know in the taxis where they have the little meter thingies? Where it, like, times and then says how much you have to pay? Like, he was yelling at me, and so, like, I wanted him to stop the car, so I ripped his meter thing out of the system. Like, I literally gripped it. I was like, you're fucking crazy. Like, leave me alone. Let me out now. And so literally the only way how I got out was like, he was driving the car and he drove it. It was a stop sign and other cars were coming this way. So he had to stop. And as soon as he stopped the car, I literally jumped out of the taxi.
Out of the car.
Jumped out and I was like, fuck this.
Bye.
I jumped out. He's like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, honestly, you're crazy. I literally, before I jumped out, I ripped his system out. I was like, yeah, fuck you. I ripped his shit out and I jumped out of that shit so fast as soon as he stopped. And I started walking home.
And then all I see in the distance, I'm like, Kemi, is that you? I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, really? It was honestly, it happened so fast. Like,
it was so scary. Like, I was like, are you kidding me right now?
And then the fucking police said they were gonna come to our house to file like a report and stuff. And they didn't even show up. Not surprised.
Literally, I was honestly walking home and I'm there thinking like, wow, I didn't even have my phone on me. And I had to walk like at least a 5-minute walk from where I jumped out to my house. And it was freezing cold. It was winter time. It was icy. I went to the club, so I didn't have on like full winter coat.
Yeah.
And I'm walking in and I see Nikki and I'm like, Nikki, oh my God. And we're literally screaming and I was so pissed.
Yeah, like it was really late by now.
It was like 3:30, so late. And I was pissed. I was honestly pissed.
Did we even end up paying him that night? I think we gave him like, I think it was 15 in total. We gave him like 10.
Yeah, something like that.
Probably.
And so basically, when we got inside, we called the taxi, the taxi people, like the owners, and we're like, your taxi driver literally just kidnapped me. And she's like, what taxi driver? And luckily I got a picture of the taxi license plate, and I told them license plate, and they're like, yeah, okay, we're gonna call him right now, sorry about this. And they basically never called me back to say anything about what happened.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't care.
The police never came when they said they were going to, and that's most likely because they feel like kids are just drunk and they're just doing stupid stuff, but that literally was not the case.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't. Like, we were completely sober by this time, and yeah, like, what the hell? And
I called my mom.
Stupid. Yeah, you did.
I called my mom, and she's like, what happened? And then she basically the next day she called the police because she wanted to make sure, she wanted that to speak to them because she thought maybe they would take her more seriously because she's an adult and not a student. And the taxi people company basically told her that we weren't trying to pay and we were yelling at him. And I was like, that never happened.
That's not true at all. Not true one bit. We were ready to pay. We had our money. We just needed $5 more, which we asked him politely.
And we literally told him, let us out here. This man insisted. He's like, no, it's fine. I can take you all the way there. I'm like, sir, it's fine.
Yeah, no, that night was really
yeah, it was actually a crazy night. Like, the night was so much fun up until that point.
Yeah,
like, I would just eat and go to sleep. No.
Yeah, no. We played ourselves because that's not what happened.
So, that's the end of the story. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any suggestions for us.
Yeah.